from, and if you can hear us.
Yes. Can you hear us? We have volume.
Right? Yesterday we were trying to go live while we were driving home from picking up that baby donkey, and we were varying from like 3 bars to 1 bar, and that's why
And zero.
Yeah, and zero. We thought we were gonna have good, decent service, but we didn't.
Yeah.
So let us know where you're watching from, guys. Today's topic is leading, right? Donkeys like to freeze, they like to stop, they like to think, and it's something that a lot of people have trouble with.
It's been a challenge for mankind for a long time getting donkeys to lead. We've all seen a little cartoon or the painting of a little kid on a donkey's back with a long stick and a carrot hanging out there. So sometimes it can be a challenge.
Hey, welcome. Let us know where you're watching from. So leading is what we're talking about. Let us know if you can hear us and where you're watching from. So before we ever start leading, so they're accepting the halter now. And we want to get them so that they follow us. We use pay when we're introducing and teaching them. I want them to follow me around. I want them to have enough curiosity to follow me along before we ever put the lead rope on.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the first step that I like to do. We need to have the curiosity. And then after that, when we put the halter on, I'm looking for them, even they could look at the corner of their eye, and I'm going to release that pressure.
Mm-hmm.
After that, I'm hoping that they lean towards me. Even better if they take a step, but leading would give them a release.
Yep.
And we both had it go wrong where we put too much pressure on and then they run off.
Run off or jump through a fence.
Right? Yeah. Oh, remember, gosh, we get so many donkeys. Juliet, she jumped over the fence. Yeah.
That was during leading training. I just gave her too much too quickly and didn't let her process it and didn't recognize the signs. And then we had a leaping donkey and that got real exciting.
So starting with little is always going to be better. So now they're following us for pay reward. They are looking or taking a step towards us. And now I'm going to start just going in a circle. So if Dan is the donkey, I'm going to have him just kind of turn and I'm going to walk with my toes towards his rear end. And then hopefully he starts turning in a circle with me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very basic, but it's a good start.
So in a nutshell, we're not starting off leading in a straight line.
No, it seems like when you ask them to go straight forward, the pressure on their pole makes them nervous, and that can actually cause that panic in the donkey where they do decide to go ahead and bolt off and run away.
Right. I don't know if this is out of order or not, but yeah, when we first started connecting a lead rope to that halter, it's never in a straight line. It's always coming back to get them to turn their head and turn their body, just to get them used to the concept of that rope putting some pressure on them. And like MaryJo had said, you put pressure on those poles for the first time, and they're going, oh, wait, they're not going anywhere.
Right? Yeah. Now, when we're first starting and we're getting them to turn in a circle with us, we can give them a break every time they take a step, or even pay every time they take a step. Don't think you're going to give them too many breaks right now. Right now, we want them to be interested in what we're doing and eager to keep learning, because if we overwhelm them, they're going to just freeze.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to shut down. Now, after we get them to go in a circle with us, then I kind of get them to try to follow me around the pen most often, at least a little bit. Now we're introducing a little bit of that pressure on the pole. And when I say pressure, it's just like making the lead line tight.
Yeah.
Not pulling.
Yeah, we're not like tug of war pulling, just even pulling up that lead line, getting it tight.
Yeah. Okay. I heard it described like this with some of this. If you're holding a wet bar of soap, you have to hang on to it tight enough that it doesn't slip through your hand, but not so tight that it squirts out the top.
Yeah, there's that sweet spot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now they are... Oh, wait, there's one more thing. When we're first introducing leading, and for quite a while till they are totally scap with it, I don't put that lead rope on until after I have the halter on. It's like 2 separate steps.
Yes.
The lead rope is a snake.
That lead rope is scary. The weight of it dangling, it's got the brass buckle, just that little bit of weight. You know, that first time you click that on there might not be the first time you try and lead them. Get her, clip it on, let it dangle there for a little bit, and take it off, on and off. Let them know it's not permanent,
Hmm.
because they can feel that. They're so sensitive. They can feel a fly land on a hair. They can feel the weight of a brass snap pulling on their pole.
Absolutely. So baby steps.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so attach the lead rope separate from the halter. First, get them to turn or look at you. Looking can be enough. Looking at you, turning their head towards you, maybe a step towards you, and then start going in circles. After that, we start to have them follow us. We want all of this to be done even before we put the lead rope on them. Now, from there, I like to start leading around. Hey, welcome, and put where you're watching from and that you can hear us. We'd love to know if you can hear us and where you're watching from. It's fun to see. Um, Now, when you're leading them around in the pen, I like to have that 24 by 24 size pen because if they get scared and run off, I probably will be able to hang on to the lead rope.
Yep.
Now, some people subscribe to don't worry if they pull away, it's not a big deal. And that's to some extent that's true. Like if they do pull away, don't be mad, don't walk over there. Just be happy, catch them and make sure you're that good place. But if it happens too many times, they will absolutely learn that they can pull away to get away from you and they're absolutely stronger than us.
Yep. They're sneaky. They can be cunning. They can be quick when they want to be. You know,
Mhm.
that's yeah. You're bringing back memories of how much easier it is in a 24 by 24 pen. So that means if you're standing in the middle of the panel is 12 feet away in every direction. Our favorite training lead rope is 15 feet long. So if your donkey panics and blows up and has to get away, you can hang on to the lead rope, not try and necessarily stop them, but they can go run around in circles and have a little hissy fit or whatever it is. But they never got rid of that lead rope, and you didn't punish them by getting it tight and say turn. They never got away from that lead rope, no matter what kind of antics they pulled. So that helps. That's a good foundation to create a donkey that's not going to try and rip that lead rope out of your mouth and take off. This will work good with horses as mules too.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
And then something that happens when they do pull out of your hand sometimes is that lead rope is viewed by them as a snake. So then it's adding to their stress.
More times than we can count on one hand before we figured out the long rope, small pen concept. It is. You feel bad for the donkey. They pull that little 11-foot rope out of your hand in a bigger pen. Now it's between their legs, and they got a snake chasing them, and it's really hard on the quality of the session. Believe me, when a donkey's trying to survive being chased by a snake, which is connected to its halter by a brass snap.
It just
So,
complicates. And then they remember that next time.
yeah. Long rope, small pen. Thank me later.
Yes. Now we have one pen, one of our wild pens is 24 by 36. That one is too big. They can absolutely get away from us.
Yep.
So, and then be careful you're not getting tangled up in it yourself, right? So now when you're leading them around, when you're leading them around in the wild pen, I have found that if I keep myself between the donkey and the side of the panel, they are more comfortable. When I try to have it panel, donkey, me, they're more nervous. Now, of course, eventually we want them to be okay with that, but it doesn't matter to begin with. We want forward movement to begin with.
Right.
So introduce it slowly and you're going to get there. Okay, after I have all those things going, I start with clearing the front, guys.
Mm-hmm.
And with this, I think the biggest thing that goes wrong is somebody will ask them to clear the front and then they get maybe too harsh, even though the donkey backed up. Reward the back up because they're trying to find the answer. The more we can try to find the answer, the more they're going to be willing to try to learn.
Yep.
And then eventually they're going to go from here when you clear the front, like if this is their head, to here, eventually.
Mm-hmm.
But to start with, when they just move that 1 foot, if these are their 2 feet, if they move it like this, that counts for quite some time as they're understanding the concept.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you're asking them to clear the front right next to the panel, having enough space because it's intimidating for them to go between the panel and you. That's scary. It's like a bottleneck or a chute, and it's intimidating to them. After we get the clearing the front going, then we're asking for forward movement. And I think the biggest thing to remember with that is you can give them a break after a step. Now, some of the donkeys are going to be super forward or nervous about the flag. And So they're going to be more forward. Don't punish that, guys. And if they're really nervous, today I was working with Squirrel and he was not cooperating. So then you need to firm up a little bit. But I think what you need to remember to do is give them a break. So if they take 1 or 2 steps, give them a break.
Absolutely.
And I struggled with that today. I went down there with a plan of videoing rolling the hinds, and he has done it. He's not a super forward donkey, but he has done it plenty of times. And I struggled with the concept of work with the donkey you have today.
Oh, he's such a classic donkey. He's grown beyond being afraid or confused. He's just his own man. And some days he's more cooperative than others. He's a lot of fun.
Yes.
He's
Oh no, today wasn't fun because he wasn't cooperating, and then I felt frustrated. I
well,
wanted to
for
get the
you. I was
video.
watching from the next pen. For me, it was a lot of fun. I'm like, I'm glad I'm not Squirrel. He's like, I don't want to work. Can we just hang out and get scratched? I don't want to work.
Right? Yeah, that's what he wanted. He's very fond of scratches. So then eventually, like what I ended on was, I tried holding my flag in different spots, like higher, lower, and then just getting a handful of steps and then releasing that pressure. And he would start licking and chewing really quick when I did that.
Mm-hmm.
So I was making progress at the end. I did get on video him rolling the hinds. I just didn't have as good forward movement as I wanted. So give lots of rewards. Donkeys want rewards really, really bad.
Yes, more often. Yeah, when you get excited because things are going well, slow down, give them their break, their reward, whether it's a biscuit or some time.
Time is often. At this point in the training, we're not gentling anymore. They're okay with touch. They're picking up their feet. They go in the
Yeah,
trailer. We
yeah.
are no longer gentling. Now we're training. And at this point, I'm not giving Oates rewards. If a
Cheap.
That's what he says. I'm cheap. We've been married for a long time, guys. Okay, so once. Okay, wait. I was gonna say, when I go to catch them, if they're nervous, I will still use treats with the wild
Right?
because fear is not going to be a good way to help them understand.
You know what I do when there's a donkey that's really hard to catch?
What?
I've got the greatest solution in the world.
What is it? What's your
And it's
solution?
not going to work for everyone. I'd say, hey, MaryJo, will you catch this donkey for me?
That did happen when we were doing recording for who was it?
I think it was Squirrel because he was.
That's right.
You had poured your heart and soul into him, and he was dotting I's and crossing T's and doing the hokey pokey, and he wouldn't give me the time of day. We had a limited amount of time to work with him. We didn't want to use it all up for me just catching him. We've gone past that now. I can catch him wherever I want, but there was a
Right.
time when he was mommy's boy.
And he's leaving soon, guys. I've grown to really like that donkey.
Yeah, he's stoic and confident. Loves the Oochie Goochies.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, what's that? What we do it with his ears, where you're petting his forehead and then his ears do the. Is it Chewbacca? No.
Jar Jar Binks from the cartoon Star Trek or Star Wars. Yeah,
Star Wars. Yeah.
Yeah. That Jar Jar Binks he lays his ears back when he's just you can be tickling his forehead and it's like he's getting ready to go fast. But no, that's just how he shows being content.
Actually, I think every donkey does that, but yeah, it's still fun.
He
You know,
looks
I think a common mistake that happens is we're out there, we're working with them, we have an expectation. There's the mistake. And then we firm up a little bit, and sometimes we do need to firm up, guys. It's not all butterflies and rainbows. But then we don't give them enough soak time. So when we go back to catch them, they don't want to be caught. Because they're like, I didn't have fun with you last time. I'm out of here.
Mm-hmm.
That happened once with me with Pine. So I went down there to record, and I spent the next half hour catching and releasing her because she was nervous. So if your session, if they're nervous and all you can do is catch and release, then that's what you do because that's what they need.
Repetitively, catch and release, catch and release, catch and release. That's the end of the session.
And when I'm doing that, I do use oats. People keep jumping on and jumping off. I hope they can hear us. We're going to find out. If you guys can't hear us, I'm
If
sorry.
someone could drop a quick message if you can hear us.
So that let's see. I think that's everything I have for today. So we'll be back, go live tomorrow, 6:30 again. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day.
And check out the channel. We've got a new resident on the property.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh boy, a very rare resident on the property. And you're all gonna love watching her journey.
Absolutely. Have an awesome day, guys.